This is Limited Supply, the place for refreshingly real takes on what D2C is really like.
We're your hosts, Nik and Moiz. Let's start talking about money. If you want to supercharge your holiday campaigns this year, you should try TV ads, and the best platform to use is Tatari. Check out their 3-minute demo video and other case studies at getontatari.com. Season 5, episode 2.
We're back.
Yeah, here we go.
Person.
This one, I'm super excited about this one. We're going to, like last episode, we talked about operations and how to like start, build, grow.
Yep.
Now we're talking about sales. Last time was the shield. This is the sword.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, making money. This is the cool part. So.
All right. So we're going to start with some stats. Then we're going to go into AOV, sales, merchandising, landing pages, ad creative, CRM, affiliate, media, and then a little bonus thing from last year. Some people might remember, but I think is still very underrated.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So I was just looking at some of the stats from last year because I was curious how did Black Friday do last year, and so a few interesting things kind of stuck out to me. Buy now, pay later usage was up 78%, almost 80% the week of Black Friday compared to the week before.
That is insane.
Most people were using it. Last July, U.S. inflation was 9.06%. Right now, it's 2.97%, which works in our favor.
Yeah.
Right? But that said, credit card lending is at an all-time high. It's the highest it's ever been. So that's also not in our favor. When I was looking at some of the reports from Shopify, they were saying that the three, or actually probably more like 6 top categories or 5 top categories. The first is apparel and accessories, things like athleisure, bags, luggage.
These are the top categories for what?
For sales during Black Friday.
Okay, gotcha.
The second 2 are health and beauty. So anything from supplements, powders, hydration powders, whatever it may be, to skincare, vitamins, etc. Rhodes, which is Hailey Bieber's brand, her serum was one of the biggest sellers on Black Friday. The last 2 categories are home and garden. So bedding, furniture, cookware, moon pods, whatever it may be.
That's really surprising because I feel like that means a lot of the products that are sold for Black Friday are personal usage and not necessarily gifts.
Exactly. And so I thought that was interesting too, that one of the best sellers during Black Friday was also the Brooklinen sheets, the sheet set from Brooklinen.
And this is the best seller from like Shopify, from Amazon. Where's this from? This
is from Shopify.
Okay, gotcha.
I was trying to find some Amazon Prime data. I didn't get much. But basically, some of the biggest Amazon Prime businesses actually this year, small businesses, were Caraway, True Classic, and Tushy. So kind of very similar. It's basically like high AOV in-home or products that people are ready to splurge on, I think in bundles, just waiting for the sale period.
Yeah.
All right. So going into bundles, the average cart size globally, this is when you take into account all currencies around the world, average cart size in US dollars was between $102 and $105.
That is a lot.
Right? But I will say, I think one of the biggest drivers of Black Friday in general is like electronics and hardware. And so I'm sure that has some level of skewing, but it does seem like high cart value is the move.
Yeah, that does. Because like I guess like in India, I'm not sure if like that includes like Indian sales in India on Black Friday. I don't know if they have Black Friday.
This was on Shopify where their top 3 markets were the US, Canada, and UK.
Got it. Okay. Makes more sense.
And maybe like Australia and some European places. But yeah. In just Shopify stores, I was curious how big Shopify stores increased year over year. They increased almost 20%. It was a 19% increase in sales from Shopify specific stores in 2022 versus 2021, which I thought that was huge.
Really? So like same store sales, same store businesses increased 20%.
No, more so meaning the collective of Shopify stores had 19% more sales from Shopify. Which the way I thought about it was more so like the excitement of independent brands versus like, a Target.
Yeah, that's probably also like a bunch of new, I'm less impressed by that because I think that like it's probably 50,000 new Shopify brands launched. Like they're getting so many new brands. So like 20% increase.
All those Mr. Beast ads.
I bet there were more than 20% new stores.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if year over year Shopify stores did better or worse. I wish they would release that data.
I know. I also wish they would release like what percentage of stores don't make more than 10,000 sales.
Yeah, probably 90%.
That's my guess too. Okay. So I think the punchline for when I think about Black Friday is it's basically a game of who can merchandise the best and then who can keep attention the best. Because merchandising is one thing, right? Price, offer, what products you put in, how you position it, etc. And then the other one is like, how do you cut through the noise? Like think about how many emails are probably in your other tab on email during the week of Black Friday. Probably like
a billion,
couple thousand.
Yeah.
And that's just for the average person that subscribes to things. So, all right, so let's get into AOVs. And throughout this, before we go to the next section, I'd love to get your take on everything too. So I think with AOV, so bundles are really the key to a successful Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You cannot just talk about your product. You need to be positioning bundles. When I was at Hintwater, we were always doing bundles for the same reason we talked about last week. We're optimizing for shipping. So one case, costed, I think $8 to ship. But so did 2 and 3 cases because up to 3 cases in a box, it was always $8 to ship. And so we came up with this offer. So the intro offer is still, I think, 3 cases for some amount, 3 cases for $36. And the idea is the COGS plus the $8 of shipping still nets us nicely. But with Black Friday, we, at first we were like, let's create a 6-case offer, 12-case offer. And then the CFO had this great idea of 9 for $99 and just very easy numbers, which is exactly what worked in the acquisition offer, the 3 for $36, $1 a bottle.
They're still doing that.
Still doing it. Now it's 9 for $99 for Black Friday. And it was great because we could put 9 cases, we could put 5 of the top sellers and 4 of the cases that were soon to expire or soon to not be as fresh anymore. And so you might have like watermelon, blackberry, pineapple, peach, and then you might have like raspberry, pear, green apple, and something else. And all the things that don't sell, you could put it in there and get a bundle in and it goes. And it's still a great deal to where, 5 cases of just those top flavors would be more than $99. And so even if you didn't want the other stuff, you were still getting a deal. Yeah,
and there's so many good flavors. The majority are good. You almost forget that there's a lot of, you're like, okay, I really like these guys. This one I like a little less. You're not like, this is all junk.
Exactly. And so so that was huge. The 9 for $99, it was like one bundle. It was about 3 times AOV, but it was 50% off. And that formula, the 3 times AOV, half off, or 3 times AOV and some healthy, chunky discount always hits.
3 times AOV.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have a $50 AOV, you should be asking, you want $150.
But you need to have,
discount.
$250 of value in that $150 order.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That is hard. Okay. Gotcha. I like that. I think I have 2 questions. One is what is the best flavor at Hint?
I think it goes blackberry, watermelon, pineapple, and then what was the other one?
Still remember, huh?
Yeah.
And then my other question is, what do you do if you don't have a ton of SKUs? I feel like, if you're Athletic Greens or Native and like, what do you do if you don't have a ton of SKUs?
Yeah.
Do you just have them pantry load? What do you do there?
Yeah. So I'll get into that in a little bit when I talk about tier 1 and tier 2 products. But if you have a multiple number of SKUs, I think try to figure out how to create an assortment. The other thing is when you build these bundles, you want to think about, factoring in everything from your processing fees, your shipping costs, your 3PL fees, freight costs, etc. But just give the customer a nice front end price, easy to remember, easy to look at. It's a pretty number to look at.
Yeah.
It feels like a good deal. And even when you're describing that discount, right? If it was
Yeah, 3 for 36, 9 for 99 just rolls off the tongue.
It just rolls off
it
the
makes
tongue.
sense.
And then even when you're deciding, do I say dollars off or percentage off? Like, find the right number. It might be 32% discount, but 30% off. You know, make it easy to remember. No one's going to remember 32%.
Really? So even if you have 32, make it 30.
Yeah. Or if it's like, you know, a 32% discount and or it's $14 off, you know, try 30% or $10 off. Like, just make things easy to remember.
Did you ever A/B test saying percent versus dollars off?
Yeah, percent off usually works better, but if you talk about price per unit, dollars works really well.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Which is another thing. If you're selling products, like, talk about the price per unit. That always works in consumable products.
It's so hard because I feel like sometimes, like, I don't know if Liquid IV does this, but brands like that would do this, like, in that they sell a lot and you're like, wait, what is, you know, you go to like, sometimes like Vital Proteins, they're like, this is how much it is per scoop. And I'm like, how much is this goddamn thing going to cost me, you know?
Yeah, it works though. With Hydrant, we did that. We did, it was like $29 for a 30-day pack. And we just said less than $1 a day.
Yeah.
Best line. All right. So the last thing around bundles, you know, bundles allow you as a brand to compile products that have high appeal, a good overall discount, and include products that don't typically sell through. Everybody's ready to spend money on Black Friday. So your job is to just make sure you create something that is easy to look at, rolls off the tongue. And I think the other thing that I forgot to mention, do you know the term Riz? You heard this term? It comes from charisma. It's like, you know, you got Riz when you speak. You like, does it roll off the tongue? Can you flatter somebody? You got to have Riz. In Black Friday, it's all about
youngins
Riz.
are always shortening words. You know,
just shortening words.
So
we don't have time for this. All right. So sales strategy. How did you do sales? Like, how did you break out sales for Native?
For Black Friday and Cyber Monday?
Yeah.
You know, we would try and bundle for sure. And we're like, we're ready to offer the best discount. We're like, we discounted 10%, like there's no tomorrow, all year round.
Yeah.
We would never do like 20%, except for big days like Black Friday, where we're like, okay, 20% off 3, which was our, like, you know, the best discount you're going to say. And then the other things we would say were like, best discount available this year. Don't wait. You're never going to see this again. You're like, should I buy this? Like, you know, maybe it's not that. We're like, this is it. If you want to be excited, if you want to get excited now, because we're not going to give you a bigger discount than this ever. I really like saying best discount available this year. So you're just like, this is it.
Line. That's a really good line. I've never done that, but I'm going to.
Yeah. Even from a subject line perspective, you're like, Nick, get our best discount ever this year, right now.
Right.
I just be like, okay, what is this? Tell me what this is. This sounds great.
Totally. In fact, one thing, and would you run Black Friday like multiple days, or how would you do that?
Yeah, at the time, not really, but now you have to, because you know, people are like, I'm getting Black Friday emails. You know, I know a brand that, I kid you not, runs ads on Facebook saying Black Friday deal all year round. Every day they're like, get our Black Friday deal right now, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, I think like, you know, they do it because it works. They're not like, they're not stupid. They're like, this works. What do you want us to do? Like,
totally.
And so now I feel like everyone's running Black Friday sales earlier. Like, you know, not even like before it'd be like, okay, maybe do you start at Wednesday? Probably. Now they're like, do you start at Tuesday? Now you start at the week beforehand, probably.
Yeah.
Because like everyone's, you know, the other thing you got to think about is, you want to be top of mind, but everyone has a pocketbook that's like the size of a pie, let's say, right? And they're like, I have $1,000 to spend. Yeah. And once I'm out, I'm out. And so if if you know, the Hypervolt guys or like Theragun emails me really early on and I spend $400 on a Theragun, well, now I only have $600 left. Totally. And now Magic Spoon and Brooklinen and Ruggable now I only have $30 left. Right. You know, it's Black Friday isn't even here yet.
It's not even Black Friday week.
And so I do think that there is hey, you got to start thinking about share of wallet. Totally. In a way that moves your sale up.
100%. So with that said, this is kind of how I'm thinking about it this year. And I think it also depends. I'll give one scenario if you're a smaller brand, and a different scenario if you're a bigger brand. So if you're a smaller brand, I think you should do exactly that. So the week before, you open it up to your top 15% most loyal customers. You go into Shopify, find your customer list, find your top 15% biggest spenders, and make a sale just for them. Tell them that they're the best customers, and that's why they're getting access to this a week before Black Friday.
But it's the same sale that everybody else will get access to.
It's the same sale that everybody else is going to get on Black Friday.
Okay.
Then for everybody else, and that's like your VIPs, your subscribers, friends and family, maybe your ambassadors, whoever's like close to the brand. Then if you're, outside of that, I think you should start on Tuesday. Last year, everybody started Sunday, I think. I think you should start Tuesday. It's kind of a weird day.
Black Friday week.
Yeah, of Black Friday week.
I think you should start way earlier than that.
Really?
Yeah, I think even the Thursday before. Maybe even the Monday before.
So the prior week's Monday.
Yeah. If by Sunday, I think I bought everything.
Interesting.
Because I think that there are brands that are starting this November 1.
This is
I
true.
bet November 1 we see let's look. I'll tweet at you.
Yeah.
I bet we see a Black Friday November 1 email.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually.
Might be me actually.
So then I think, you should basically up until Black Friday, you should run some sort of a discount. You should still save that actual Friday for something huge. But I think up until then, you run a discount that's nice and healthy and still attractive. So maybe it's like free gift with purchase, site-wide percentage off, some sort of big sale.
Okay, so basically your ambassadors get it first. And when does that start?
The week before.
The week before. Okay, then your regular customers get it starting Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, same offer. Then Friday, new offer.
Yeah, Thursday night, you throw in a new offer.
Okay.
And that runs till...
and it can't be like 20% off and then 25% off, because then everyone will get upset.
This is like 20% off and then
Free
like
gift.
50% off.
Oh.
Go big on Friday.
But then what about all the people, aren't some people who are going to be like, I just bought this and I got 20% off? I mean, you exclude them, but that's
all
just the nature of it.
All sales are final, motherfucker. You could say like it's deals week. Here are all the we have deals coming up different days. But I think Thursday night to Friday, that's where you do your 9 for $99, the high AOV bundle, high discount.
Your best offer.
Yeah. And the other thing that I think a lot of people don't think about, so a lot of people think, oh, Black Friday is great to sell to my customers. Black Friday is phenomenal to run ads because everybody who's on the fence about buying is going to buy.
Yeah, because they're in a shopping mood. Your price is really cheap. So they're like, this is the best offer I'm going to get.
Exactly. And it's also... That's why it's so important to understand what you're selling on Black Friday, right? If your sale is selling something that's, if you're Brooklinen and you're selling pillowcases and towels and robes, you're not going to get those new customers in on Black Friday. You're going to get all the people who, you're basically just not going to get the largest potential.
Yeah, you got to run ads because all the brands that people love, they're looking at those brands to be like, hey, where's the sale? I love this brand. I've been waiting to buy this brand.
Yep.
So you got to introduce your brand on Facebook again to new people, being like, hey, you thought about buying native.
You came to our site. Yeah, you're on our list.
Yeah.
You looked at a product.
Yeah.
You engaged with our Instagram.
Yeah.
But you didn't buy.
Yeah.
Now's your chance.
Yeah.
Here's the biggest discount.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
If you're a big brand in the sense that you have, maybe over 100,000 emails or over 200,000 emails, I think you can also take Saturday and Sunday and create another thing there. Because back to what I said earlier, how Black Friday is all about attention, I think the more moments you create, the more opportunities and the more permission you have to email somebody and text somebody.
Definitely.
So if you're Brooklinen, you might say, Friday is going to be our, ultimate linens sheet set. Saturday is going to be our robes, and Sunday is going to be our towels.
Yeah.
And maybe you do Saturday's robes with a gift with purchase, and Sundays is towels with a gift with purchase.
Yeah, you just looking for reasons to email more and more.
Exactly.
So I've got one tip and one question.
Awesome.
Let me start with the question. How many times on Friday should I email?
Oh man, I think 3. I think or 4 maybe. One at 12:01 a.m. I think one around probably 8 or 9 a.m. One around 3 p.m. Things are going fast. We're almost sold out. And then one at night, last chance.
Yeah.
And if you're a smaller brand running through the weekend and you're not changing your offer Saturday, Sunday, which you shouldn't if you're a small brand, you should keep one offer. then I think you should do the same thing. Email every morning, email every morning, and maybe every day at lunch, and then Sunday maybe like 2 times near the evening.
Yeah, I would say 4 on Friday. Whether you have one offer, if you have multiple offers, I'd probably email, like if you have multiple offers, I'd say 4 on Friday.
Yeah.
3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday.
Yep.
Or maybe even 4 on Sunday. If you have the same offer, I'd still do 4 on Friday, probably 1 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Yeah. Okay, so that was my question. Here's my tip. When you're doing free gift or whatever it is on Friday, write first 500 customers only. Always write first 500 customers only.
They don't know.
Make them rush.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be by the time this offer will be over before Friday is over.
Yep. I like
but on
that
Friday night, last chance.
That's a great idea.
Like you make them rush.
Yeah.
I just feel like all the time I'm like, only 3 people get this.
Yeah.
But like, you know, then what I would even do is like if I did that at 12:01 on Friday, I would move it to you know, my midday one would be only 460 left. My like 3 p.m. one, only 110 left. My Friday night one would be only 72 left.
I like that.
So it seems like you're moving the inventory. You haven't sold more than 500, which I also like because it makes you sound like a small business.
Right.
You want to support small business.
Exactly.
And then you're also like, there's some FOMO.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Great tip.
Maybe
so
we'll bleep all that out because I won't use
that's
that.
a really good one. All right, then going into Cyber Monday, I'm a huge fan of the tiered promos, like tiered sales. So instead of like one discount or just a site-wide discount, I think a tiered promo incentivizes higher AOV. And you know, if your AOV is like $24, your tier should start at $30. If your AOV is like $90, it should start at $100. Basically, just to get somebody to add that second thing. So essentially, it's the more you spend, the more you save. And one thing that Curie did last year, which I thought was interesting, was they gave gift cards. So you know, you spend I don't remember what the numbers were, so I'm just making this up. Spend $60, get a $25 gift card back to Curie.
That is really good.
In the mindset of somebody who's ready to buy and kind of in the Cyber Monday bubble, I think they just do the math. Oh, 60 minus 25. I'm only paying $35 for this.
Especially because then you're going to be like, hey, this gift card is valid starting January 1, 2024.
Yeah.
When all of my sales are gone anyway.
Exactly. So
like now my business is low. I need you to come back. And that gift card can be an amount that like, you know, you have to spend $25, but you have to spend $50 on it or something like that. Like, you know, you can try and get people or like a gift card, especially if you have a high, Curie, it's tough. But if you're selling athletic greens, which is $100, you can be like, we're going to give you a $40 gift card. And then you're like, well, we're still going to make $60 on this guy in January.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that doesn't even factor in the COGS.
Yeah.
Now, one thing a lot of brands don't do, which I think is a missed opportunity because it's another moment, is Tuesdays, Giving Tuesday. And so over there, you just, it's another moment. Maybe your uncle has a charity.
I love it.
Or, you find a charity that your customers, you have to find a charity your customers would get excited about versus finding a charity that you as a business owner or the operator of the business get excited about. Because a lot of times that happens and then there's no connection into, the customers that are buying. Like, why does a mom who's buying athleisure care about Tom Brady's charity?
Definitely. By the way, I was looking at my phone because I was afraid you texted me because I was sitting like this and I was like, oh, maybe that's bad. I thought you were texting me. You did. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So you send out an email saying, hey, I'm going to give a percentage of this sale to charity.
Yep.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, and it could be like, 10% of profits is usually the safest way to play it. Because that's like, if you're not making profits, you're not
giving anything anyway. Yeah. You're fine. That's interesting. Okay. Wow. So you're really taking advantage of every moment, huh? 3
emails a day.
Yeah.
In fact, I would even add some plain text emails in there from the CEO. Hey, it's Moiz and I'm seeing all our stuff's moving quick. Just wanted to shoot this note out to our most loyal customers and make sure you got the opportunity to check.
That is such a good email.
Yeah.
Fuck. Can you send me that email? Type it out. Send it to me. I'm going to use that. Our stuff is moving quick. Like, FOMO and praise. Exactly. You're our most loyal customer and FOMO. Oh, exactly. That is such a good email.
Exactly.
That is a great idea. There are more, there's Small Business Saturday. I was always like, I don't know what to do here. I'm just like, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. So I don't know what to do. I'm not sure. Like, I think the giving thing is a good idea, especially because Tuesday is like so late in the game. I wish they'd make it Wednesday even, because a lot of people are running their Black Friday sale until, well, what do you do on Cyber Monday actually? Because see, this is the hard part. You just sent out 3 emails, 4 on Thursday, 4 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. Now it's Cyber Monday. You have a new offer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's new offer time. How many emails do you send out on Cyber Monday?
Probably like 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening.
Okay, and one more. Yeah, 3.
Tuesday, you got the Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, Cyber Monday extended.
Yeah.
Till Friday.
Yeah.
Maybe on Friday, if it's still going well, extend it till Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all, like, I don't know how. So you're running a sale within a sale, charity event on Giving Tuesday.
It's like in a math equation, there's parentheses in the equation. That's what Giving Tuesday is.
20%
yeah, the way I look at
10% to charity.
Yeah, these 2 weeks is your fundraising session. For Q4
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And Q1.
Yeah.
And your Q4 has got to make up for Q1's slower sales.
Yeah. The other thing I would say is a lot of businesses are like, oh, we don't need to. We're like, Athletic Greens, I think, will not run a Black Friday sale. Yeah. I think that's a big mistake.
Huge mistake.
Everyone should.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to happen. I remember usually people are like, oh, it destroys the brand equity that we're going to like, fuck off, dude. It is driving revenue. If you don't have customers, you got no brand.
And the other thing is, I think that I think it's more than that. I think it's you're participating in America.
Yeah.
Like, this is what America does, and you want to be a part of that culture. And part of that is offering discounts on whatever brand it is, because you want to participate in the zeitgeist that's happening during Black Friday.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like un-American to not run a sale on Black Friday.
Let
me put it that way.
Opportunity.
We should build a wall around those people. And then the other thing I think is that, like, Apple does it.
Yeah.
Of all of the brands in the world, the strongest brand I could possibly imagine is Apple. Like, I don't think this computer ever goes, like, I'm never like, oh, should I buy Apple or should I buy something? I'm like, okay, yeah, I got a new computer. I got to go to Mac. Yeah. They do it. Yep. And if they're doing it, you think your brand is better than them, you're crazy.
100%.
You have zero, your brand is much, much worse than them. Let me start out by saying that. I'm not even like worried about anybody saying, no, my brand is better than that. I think everyone would agree with that, and they're running a Black Friday sale.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. All right, Moiz, the folks at Tatari shared some interesting data with me. Over the past 3 years, brands that were running TV ads on Black Friday and Cyber Monday saw a 50% boost in conversion rates compared to a typical week during the year. That is pretty wild. Fabletics was one of those clients, and their CAC dropped by 70%. They had 110,000 incremental site visitors, and their branded search increased by 25%.
Well, 110,000 incremental site visitors is bananas. That is a lot.
All right, now thinking about more the product merchandising strategy. So I always think of things as they're either tier 1 or they're tier 2 products, and there's kind of tier 3, which is more like digital products. Tier 1 is like your bed sheets, your deodorant, your shampoo, your cleansers, your cookware set, your 8-sleep mattress. Tier 2 products are like basically all your secondary products that they should be high margin. They should be decently good AOV. So it's the MSRP should be high, I should say, but it should be high margin. So let's say it's a candle. Maybe it's a $19 or $29 value candle. It costs you $2 to make, and maybe, an additional $1.50 for shipping. If you're selling deodorant, you add lip balm or the travel size deodorant. The perception's that it's a $10 product, costs you 90 cents to produce. If you're doing shampoo and conditioner, you add a portable hand comb. That's going to cost you 12 cents from Alibaba, and it's, a $7 item. But tier 1 and tier 2, I think, are important to put together, because especially, so if you're a brand we were talking about earlier, if you're a brand that doesn't have a ton of SKUs, I think this is where you play in tier 1, tier 2. Tier 1 meaning your flagship product, but tier 2 is kind of how you create the bundles around it with secondary products. So like Athletic Greens, their thing is the powder, but their tier 2 products are like a jar that opens and closes, the travel packs, the scooper, and the bottle.
Yeah. I think that, and so what do you do? The tier 2 products, are you offering like as a free gift? Is that the way you're thinking about it?
Yeah, either as a free gift or just to create bundles with higher perceived value.
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. Yeah. And that's such a good idea of like because I think that like if someone was like, hey, do you want to buy this scented candle for $20? I'd be like, No.
Hell no.
But if you were like, hey, free scented candle with this thing, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty awesome.
That's a great
I'm
deal.
interested. Yeah. Like, I'd love to have this scented candle.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like a schmuck having been ripped off for your, $20 scented candle.
Exactly.
But I do. I think that's a great idea.
Awesome. Then on bundles, I think a lot of people make mistakes around how they put bundles out on their site. So the most common is like, the bestsellers pack or the starter pack. And maybe there's like a Black Friday bundle. But I think there's 3 ways to make bundles a lot more fun. One is, or actually 4 ways. One is you just make your own bundle name. So if you're selling cookware, and you know that last year 35% of your customers were from New York, call it the New York City apartment bundle. Another way is focusing on benefits. So if you sell colostrum or a really good cleanser and serum, don't call it the premium skincare bundle. Call it the anti-aging bundle. There's like something there that people are going for. Another one is focusing on the customer demo. So if you're selling supplements, instead of the protein pack, call it the Olympic weightlifters bundle. And then the last one is kind of tied into all of this, but like it's all about virtue signaling. Like, how do I buy something where I now feel like I'm doing something more than just buying, protein powder or whatever it may be?
What's an example of that?
Like the hot girl bundle.
Okay. So I'm sorry, are the 4 ways to bundles just coming up with names for bundles?
Basically.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I do like the New York City apartment bundle because then I like, or like the dorm, like, who did a great job of this? Bath and Body Works, or no, Bed Bath and Beyond, when they were still around. They would be like dorm room bundle. You get like, extra long twin sheets and comforter, 2 pillows, laundry basket for your dorm room. Here's a garbage, all of this garbage that you need in your dorm room. Yeah. And you're like, I can walk out with one thing and it's got everything I need for my dorm room.
Yeah.
I thought that was really a great idea. I love that New York City idea, like the New York City bundle idea.
Yeah.
And the anti-aging, talk about benefits here.
Right. Okay. So now this leads us into the website. And, I can't not talk about landing pages here. Did you ever use landing pages for natives sales or Black Friday stuff?
No, never.
Would you, if you were doing it now?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
I think in 2015, the world was just, it doesn't seem like it's that long ago. 2017, even the world was so different than it is today.
Yeah. I don't think I started using landing pages till like the end of 2017.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, I don't think, your brand site should change dramatically, especially if you're running multiple sales. You should be using landing pages as a layer on top, ideally through like a subdomain, so you're really not disturbing the core site. Your landing pages should offer or should answer the following questions. What is being sold? Why is this going to benefit me? What gives this brand the credibility to sell me on this product? And how soon will I get it if I order today? And basically just go through those 4 questions over and over again. And the reason we have the 3rd one in there about brand credibility is because, again, a lot of Black Friday will attract those on-the-fence customers who might, maybe they see 3 different deodorant offers. You want to make sure you're very upfront as to why yours is the right choice.
I really like the, repeat the 4th one again. What was the 4th one again? When are you going to get it?
Yeah. How soon do I get it if I order today?
Is that easy to do? Because how do you do that well?
You add a GIF of a little green dot that bubbles on and off, and it says your order ships today, or your order ships, within 12 hours. And then, underneath it, just write 2-day shipping. And, obviously you can't lie. But, if you have 2-day shipping or whatever it is, just put it there. It's a good value prop. And most people don't do it.
I think because most people are like, this is going to get to you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially like the hard part with that is like, if you're working with a 3PL, the 3PL might end up being like, I'm overwhelmed. This is going to take me 4 days to get this thing out. And now you're like, well, I thought it was 2-day shipping, but it's 6-day shipping. Yeah. So I think that is a little bit of a dangerous thing. Next
year, I think Shop Promise is going to be a big validator of this. And so you won't even have to put this there.
Yeah.
Do you know about Shop Promise?
Yeah.
All right. So
I thought they stopped doing that because they removed their 3PL.
No, they're still doing it as far as I know from this past week.
Got it.
but it is a slower rollout for sure.
Yeah.
Because I think they have to verify everything. Like humans have to verify everything.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one other question then. Okay, if I'm sending out that email to this landing page, and there's a free gift or whatever it is, does the email, like when you click the email, does it automatically apply the coupon code? Is that best practice?
Every time. Every link that is shared on organic social, email, SMS, or an ad, every link should have the discount code auto applied, and it should have the UTMs already in there. You should, if you're sending, even in general, like I think off of Black Friday, if you're running a promotion and you're not including the discount code with the redirect in the Shopify link, you're fucking up big time. Like you're probably leaving sales on the table because somebody gets to checkout, doesn't remember the code, and like, you know, doesn't want to spend the time to find it again.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the counterbalance to that is there are people who are like, then they're just checkout anyway. But I think the biggest part with, I think the answer is yes. You'd make the link automatically apply the code no matter what it is.
Yeah.
I think definitely where you do it is free gift. Because when free gift ships out and the guy's like, I didn't apply the coupon code, where's my free travel size? You're like, well, that package is fucking gone, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay another postage and pick and pack fee for your ass. Because you didn't know how to fucking put in travel on the coupon code box.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are we going to do, dude?
Yeah.
But if it's like 20% off, then it's easy to be like, oh, no problem. I'm just going to apply the 20% off.
Yeah.
Free gift, mandatory link. I think link to both, but free gift, you must do it.
Yeah. In fact, one of the things I also wrote is as much as you can, try to use automatic discounts, like automatic, forget the exact term. I think it's automatic discounts. Or scripts. So when Shopify's cart reads, oh, you know, this product with this thing, just automatically apply it. So you don't have to deal with that. Because, all of these promotional customers, they will come back and they will haunt you. They'll find your phone number.
Yeah.
They're going to show up at your mom's house.
Yes.
And they're going to demand that free comb or whatever it was.
Yeah. You can show up to my mom's house. She will be like, absolutely not. That's my money, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
The other thing I like to do is, some brands will just change their, like in the back end of Shopify, they'll change the pricing. You know how there's like pricing that shows up and then compare at pricing?
Yeah.
They will just, they'll put like, instead of $40, if it's now $20, they'll do that in the back end versus doing it at the coupon code, which I actually prefer to do it with a coupon code because you see the coupon code itself, the code ID, whatever the code is, that is valuable real estate. That could be a benefit. That could be like VIP 25, just make somebody feel good. But also it then strikes out the pricing in the cart. And it's just another thing to say,
you're getting, a discount. Yeah. So if you have a $40 product selling for $30, don't change the price to $30. Offer a coupon code.
Exactly.
I really like the idea of saying VIP as the coupon code because you're just like, hey, dude.
In fact, it's shocking to me how many people don't play with discount codes the right way. Like they don't have clever words or fun words or exciting words. They're just random letters or like, welcome 15. Who wants welcome 15? I want to know I'm a VIP customer. Yeah. I want the red carpet 15.
Yeah. Wow. That's both those are a great idea. The other comment I have about coupon codes is sometimes people are like Christmas, 25. And I'm like, you know how hard it's going to be for me to spell Christmas on my phone? And then I'm going to put in 25 and it's going to be like, actually, that's not what you're trying to say, is it? It's going to auto-correct it to something else. And now I'm going to be like, fuck this company. Yeah. I'm not buying this shit anymore. Yeah. Do not make your code more than like 6 letters long. Yep. For July 4th, don't make it Independence Day. No. Make it USA, okay? USA. That's why we write it 3 times. USA, USA, USA. That's not a slogan. That's a coupon code. That's your coupon code. Okay? Do not write Independence Day. Yeah. I see that sometimes and I'm like, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah. The other one people do is like they have a coupon code that ends with an L, an I, and starts with a 1 for 10, 15, or something like that.
You don't even know what it is anymore.
You cannot make it so easy that if somebody was wasted, they could look at this and remember it, not just put it in, but remember it and then put it in.
And English was their 7th language and they don't really know it. Like that's how it should be. Like this person doesn't know English and they should be like, USA, I know that country.
Exactly.
Don't do like Xmas if you want to do Christmas.
Yeah.
or like even Thanksgiving, like don't write Thanksgiving, make turkey.
Exactly.
Or like,
turkey 20.
Yeah, exactly. Make
Very
it so it's easy to be like, oh yeah, turkey, I know how to spell. Thanksgiving, there's where's the V go? There's 2 I's in giving. Like honestly, it like trips me up. Like make it super simple. Yeah. Even for Black Friday, I go with black.
Yep.
Everyone could get that right.
100%.
Don't go with something crazy.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. The other one is like the cart and also the landing page and the site should be completely optimized with upsells. You should brand the cart properly. You should have your cross sells. You should have your post-purchase upsells. You should make sure all your payment gateways are enabled. Shop Pay, Amazon Pay, PayPal, Apple Pay.
What percentage of your sales are coming via Shop Pay now for a long weekend? Any idea?
Like 30, 35. It's a lot now.
That is a lot.
I think the average store we looked at the other day was like 38.
Wow, so people are really starting to recognize Shop Pay.
Yeah, even I think Caraway for a while was using a different payment processor because they got better rates and they didn't have Shop Pay. I went to their site yesterday and now they have Shop Pay. Yeah. Must be
conversion rate.
Exactly. The other one is enabling buy now, pay later. So again, buy now, pay later usage is up. I think it's generally another 1.5% on top unless you negotiate your rates, which everybody should. All these buy now, pay later companies are so fucked. They'll take anything. Go to them and negotiate exactly what you want. I think Klarna and Afterpay are probably the easiest to negotiate with. But then make that obvious. Every time there's a product listed, add to cart button, underneath that, put the Shop Pay logo, put the Klarna logo.
What's the right price point to need buy now, pay later? Like on a $13 deodorant or $12 deodorant, I would say you don't need buy now, pay later.
Yeah, I think the minimum is actually around 50. Like it has to be 50.
Okay, gotcha. Before they get before they're even
before it's allowed.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha. 50.
But yeah, I think anything probably over 75 is
gotcha.
Yeah, it's good to have. All right, email pop-up and all email capture spots. Your email pop-up when you get, by the way, on the upsells thing, have you ever heard of this jewelry brand called Jackson? I think it's JAXXON or JX. No, I think it's 2 X's. Jackson.com. Just go to their bestseller, like some gold chain, add it. Dude, they have the most beautiful upsells. They have the most beautiful optimized on-site cart. Like it just makes your heart so happy as a marketer. All right, the email pop-ups and all email capture. So email capture in the footer, email capture on a landing page, whatever it should be, it should reflect the offer that's being promoted. So don't say, get insider information, put your email here, or, new customer offer, 10% off. Make sure you update all of that to reflect, 35% off when you enter your email, or enter your email and unlock the savings. Like make it a game. Think of everything as a video game. Story mode video game that somebody's going through your site, and get them excited about clicking the CTAs.
I guess the one thing I would say is in Klaviyo, what you should do, one of the other things I'd say is if I click an email, don't show me an email capture pop-up. You need to make sure and go in to like, don't show on these UTM parameters in Klaviyo and say, if there's a UTM parameter that has Klaviyo, don't show that pop-up again.
That's such a good point.
So much friction.
Yep.
And like, let's face it, most of the traffic you're going to get is from your emails, right? Like for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, don't show me a pop-up when you've got my email address. You don't need that information yet.
Totally. Making sure site load speed is under 2 seconds is key. Compress all your images, turn all your GIFs into compressed videos. Assume somebody is using an Android in India, okay? Do not use your own Wi-Fi or your own Verizon service as the baseline of does my site load quickly.
Yeah. In fact, I would say 2 things is one, I always have a small iPhone and a big iPhone because I'm like, I need to be able to test.
Next point.
I want to test my site on both of those to make sure that like, sometimes you have a banner at the top and the banner at the top looks different on a small iPhone than a big iPhone because the small iPhone just can't handle that much real estate.
Yep.
So that's that. Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. I even said, go into Google Analytics, find out what the most, the top 2 most used devices are on your site. Go buy them. Yeah. And just use them. Anytime you send a sale out, run a promo, even just push a new site update, you should be looking at that. All right. Another one is, it sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't do it. The reviews and testimonials that you push on landing pages, whether that is, or even like press quotes, whether it's on a landing page, homepage, or product page, wherever it is, They need to all be focusing on benefits. So don't talk about, the service was great. I love supporting a small business. No, talk about, I used this product and my skin got tighter overnight. When you pull a quote from publication, same thing. Don't just talk about this is the new, don't say this is the buzziest new hair care brand of 2023. Talk about this got rid of my dandruff in 14 days. And that should be the quote. You want to find things that, again, relate back to the reason somebody first clicked to get to your site.
Fuck. I need to send this copy to me before we make it public because I got so much work to do.
Let's go.
Here's one thing that we haven't discussed. SMS.
Yeah.
How many SMSs should you be sending out? I don't mean to interrupt the flow you got because this is awesome.
I think you could probably do 2 a day. But like, again, so even in general with content, let's skip to that. I wrote that you should, you have to triple your content output, right? So even with SMS, even though you're sending a sale, you have to always think of SMS is like the most protective place. It's like the most intimate, vulnerable place that somebody has given you access to. It's like the closest to somebody saying, come into my living room. And so even with SMS, I think just make it fun. Like have a reason for somebody to be excited to open that text outside of just the sale. It could be like something humorous. It could be something exciting. It could be a fun fact. Could be whatever. It could be a cool story. But like have something exciting so that when people open it, they're not just like, fuck, man. Like Brooke Linden sends, I think, an ungodly amount of SMS messages. And it's like, the sale's ending the next day. New sale. But like, there's nothing else that's exciting about it. But if you made it fun and, you got to get somebody addicted to your SMS messages.
I think that's great. So I'll say 2 things. One is no one in the world send out more SMSs than Cuts Clothing.
Yeah.
Cut sends out more than your girlfriend sends out to you. You're just like, God, again? But I love Cuts Clothing, so I leave them on. Okay, here's one that I heard that was fun from a brand. I saw on Father's Day, they did this thing. They said, here's our favorite dad joke. Here's our favorite dad joke. Click here for it on SMS. I'm not sure if that's, I don't know how to get people addicted to SMS without being sale. In fact, I think that the real estate is so precious. It might, I think that I'm on the other side of that, actually. I'm like, the only way to addict me to your SMS is sales.
Yeah.
So don't bother me often unless you've got a sale.
Totally.
So I don't know how to balance that. I don't know how to be I
think SMS should always be reserved for what is the most convenient thing for the other person, which a lot of times is a sale.
Yeah.
But even when you're writing that sale message, I think the thing I try to do is I think, okay, who is somebody I know personally that probably represents 65% of our customer base? And then how do I just send that one person a text?
Yeah.
And you just copy paste that into PostScript.
Yeah.
The other thing I think that, so from an organic standpoint, I think, obviously TikTok, Reels, and Shorts, easy places to ride the wave. Small Business Saturday, good example. You just have somebody create a story on TikTok about how you started as a small business and yada, yada, yada. I think if you're normally posting 1 time a day on social, you should be posting 3 times a day during the sale periods. The other thing is everybody is just generally creating content, right? You're paying content creators, influencers, some studios, whatever. Anytime you're shooting video, Q2 or Q3 onwards, if it's an influencer, for example, just have them make an additional hook saying, it's Black Friday season. You might make that in July, but now that video that did really well in July and August, you can repurpose it with a new hook in November.
Yeah.
Again, all live links should include UTMs, discount codes, all BNPL callouts should be in there. I think, so one thing, do you ever watch Mr. Beast's interviews on YouTube? Like when he does interviews on podcasts?
No.
So it is it's a masterclass in ad creative because, everything he talks about is so applicable back to making good ads. And one of the things he talks about is in one of the recent interviews is how the intro of YouTube, because of the way YouTube now works, when you hover over on the homepage, you just see the first, 5 or 10 seconds. It has to be so flashy and so big and so grand. And I think the same thing applies here, especially on Black Friday. People are going to be scrolling even faster than normal to just see what's happening.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure that in that, half a second that you're on somebody's screen, you got to do something that catches their attention.
Yeah. Definitely. I love that Mr. Beast does that. That doesn't surprise me because he's a master of YouTube. But like, you know, that catches me on YouTube too when I see those icons and I'm like, oh, what's going on over here?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to speed through this because we're almost out of time. Quick thing on Google Shopping. So make sure that all your coupons that you're sending, that you're pushing, all the sales you're pushing, make sure they're visible on Google Shopping and make the coupon code easy, just like you said, USA or Turkey 20. And then make sure all your non-branded ads also include the discount code in the actual headline. I don't know why more people don't do that, actually, like including the codes in the headline versus like making somebody click to see what it is. And then the last thing is the event strategy. So you remember this from last year. And now Instagram does it as well. So basically on Instagram and Facebook, you can create an event. On Facebook, it would just be a normal Facebook event. On Instagram, I think it's through the stories. But you create the event of your sale. And most people have Facebook and Instagram notifications already enabled because, you know, they want to see who's liking their photo and who's commenting. And so you basically run your email traffic starting maybe September to a Facebook event. Get as many people as you can to possibly RSVP yes. And right when your sale drops, you know, you can time it to be like, you know, I would probably time it to be like 11 a.m. Eastern on Black Friday is when I would say the event starts, because that's when you'll get the push note. Everybody's going to get a push notification that'll say, you know, long weekend promotion is starting now. And then when they click it, you have the link right there and the offer, a nice graphic. And same thing goes for Instagram stories. You can put it up on stories. People get a push notification. They click it and boom, they go to your profile and the link's right there.
What if you do a Partiful invite? Like, you know,
I thought about that too. The only thing with Partiful is they, okay, so they're basically SMS, right? The downside of SMS, you're competing with a bunch of SMS. I think you have less competition on Facebook in terms of like events, the Facebook push notification standing out. Like think about the iPhone. If you get 15 texts, they're all behind one. Like the one card versus different apps will stack on top of each other. So that's the only reason I didn't think of Partiful.
I think Partiful might work because like it's also another SMS that's sort of like somebody else sends out. So if you click stop on it, you're like, well, you didn't stop me.
That's true. Yeah.
You stopped Partiful.
Exactly.
I wonder if people will do that. I have not seen that in the past. Yeah, I love
there is
the
friction
Facebook
though.
idea.
Like probably outside of the tech bubble, there's probably some friction to sign up.
Yeah. I'm sure you'd have to send out an invite early on. Like that's the one thing I never know how to do is like, how do you balance sending out an email, November 14th being like, hey, our Black Friday sale, sign up for it now. Right. Because then people are like, okay, well, I'm not going to shop right now. I'm going to wait for a couple weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's probably worth doing it.
Yeah. All right. That was pretty much it.
That was awesome. That was gold. I love these ideas. A bunch of these I think are people need to implement on a day-to-day basis. Like forget about just Black Friday, like coupon codes and emails, those quotes being super important about benefits.
Yeah.
That needs to be done on a day-to-day basis. And I think a lot of people aren't doing that well. And then I think there was a lot of Black Friday gold in there too.
Amazing. All right. Well, next week we got a new theme. Actually, people should come to Twitter to see what the new theme is going to be for next week.
Yeah, excited about it.
Awesome. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next time to cut through the noise in CPG, retail, and e-commerce.
And if you enjoyed this episode, then why not share it with a friend? And be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you listen to your podcasts on.